Do you freak out even thinking about what you're going to serve for dinner Monday through Friday? I have a solution for that.
Do you break into a sweat with even the thought of having company? I'm here to help. After trying just a few of my hosting tips, you'll be more than ready to say, come on over.
Even in my house, where there's just the two of us, Jimmy and me, we still like to plan because we don't like to stand at the open refrigerator or freezer staring in thinking, what's for supper?
Hey, Grandpa, what's for supper?
So we plan ahead and we've hit on a solution that I thought I might share with you. Here's our plan. We plan 3 meals. 3. We open the freezer, see what meat we have, seafood, meat, and then we plan around that basic main ingredient. But we just do that 3 days. How do we do that? Well, I have, believe it or not, a pad of paper that says menu, and it has the days of the week. Now, we only plan Monday through Friday, and even Friday's iffy. We for sure plan Monday through Thursday. So we write down on each day what we're going to have. But again, just 3 original meals. After that, one of the days is a leftover meal, meaning sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm gonna have the chicken. What are you gonna have? I'm gonna have the beef. Okay. And we just heat it up in the microwave or the oven, and that is our meal because we've made enough for that to happen. The 4th or 5th night, what we do is pizza. I know, it sounds ridiculous.
Forky, come back! We have a pizza to make!
On pizza night, we don't make our own pizza. We could make our own pizza, but we don't want to make our own pizza and we don't feel like we need to because we get a take-home pizza that is put together and then we bake it in our oven. And when we do that, our house smells like a pizzeria. And the cleanup is so simple. We just put the plates and the forks in the dishwasher and we are done. Now, let's get back to the actual real meal planning. When we think about our meat, we want to put with it a starch and we want to put with it a vegetable. Now, a starch could be a potato, which Jimmy would have a potato for every meal if it were up to him, but I nixed that idea. So it could be a potato, it could be mashed, it could be baked, and don't overlook this baked sweet potato. It's awesome.
Talia, what's your favorite style of potato?
Sweet.
Another option is rice. You might like the heated up in the microwave rice. That's perfectly fine. You might like the minute rice, also good. We like arborio rice, which takes a little bit longer, but we feel is worth it. Our third option is a bread. Now, we're a little picky about our bread. I mean, we would do like a cornbread. We would bake that in the oven ourselves because it's awesome and your house smells great.
The worst thing I've seen all year, and that is cornbread in a can.
But if we're going to do a loaf of type of bread, we're gonna get a bread that you bring home and you finish it off in your oven. Because again, someone's done all that mixing and kneading work for you and all you have to do is finish it in your oven. So that would be that category, the starch type of category. Then there's the vegetable. Now, we like fresh vegetables, but there are some times we're just too tired for that. We don't want to cut the corn off the cob. We don't feel like sauteing the green beans. Even we get tired of that sometimes. So we have a pretty good collection of frozen vegetables in our freezer. We do a vegetable medley, or we might do broccoli. That's a steamer that you put in the microwave.
Broccoli, broccoli, na na na.
I mean, there are so many varieties at the grocery store. Just go and stand in front of the freezer aisle. You're just gonna be like, wow, this is incredible. We also will do fried okra from time to time, and that does take a bit more work, but totally worth it. Your other option is just to do a canned vegetable. If I have enough time, I like to do the Southern style green beans where I throw in some bacon and let it go for hours.
You know that bacon that's like maple? It's got maple flavor.
The maple kind, yeah.
But if I don't have that time, I'm not opposed to cracking open a can of whatever vegetable you have on hand. Maybe it's corn, maybe it is green beans, maybe it's some sort of stewed tomato or a spiced tomato, or maybe you're doing something that you can do a salsa with your meal, and that takes care of that category for you. So it doesn't take up a huge amount of time for us unless we want it to, and then we just enjoy that time cooking together. So that's how we actually do the planning. The other idea is to do a one-pot meal. What do I mean by that? How about a chili? You know, a chili that you can put in the crock pot even, but you can put it on the stove. You get all your ingredients in there, and basically you're just letting that fuse together. And with that chili, you've got your meat, you've got your vegetable, and how about a good cornbread or a really hearty loaf of multigrain bread? Doesn't that sound delightful? If you want to add a little dairy, you can have some cheese in there. That is good. All kinds of toppings for your chili. You can just go for a crock pot meal. I'm a huge fan of that. And I've gone to this book, I can't tell you how many times. 5 ingredients or less, slow cooker cookbook. I use this all the time. I also use, for the slow cooker, a Betty Crocker. And I actually did an episode on cookbooks. We'll link that down below. If we're wanting to get really serious about our cooking, I'm going to give a shout out to Kevin Belton. He's on PBS and he has this show that is fabulous. He makes you believe you can cook anything. It's good, spicy Louisiana food. And we have rarely come across something we didn't love here. So, don't be afraid when you think about the week ahead of you. Think 3 meals. Isn't that simpler? Yes, it is so much simpler. And then on the weekend, maybe you'd like to go out. Maybe you'd like to have a potluck and have people bring things over to your house. Maybe you'd like to have a picnic and you just pick up some fried chicken and go out and sit on the lawn or go to a winery or go to a park and just eat on the ground with the ants and the dogs and have a great time out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Would you mind turning that down?
The last thing I suggest is getting a pad of paper that actually says grocery list. Now, why do I have to have a paper? Well, if you're someone like me, you will start writing lists on anything, the back of an envelope, a receipt, and then you can't find it later. If I have a pad of paper, I've discovered, that says grocery list, and I leave this out, I can take my pen and add to this at all times, and when I am making my list for my 3 meals that week, I can put all the ingredients here, and then my favorite thing to do is send Jimmy to the store. Don't let the idea of cooking this week freak you out. Try this plan. If it works for you, let me hear about it because I love it when a good meal plan comes together.
Hold that ending a little bit longer.
I thought I held that forever. Okay.
No, you only held it for 2 ever.
Do I need to hold it for 3 ever? Hold on. Yes, I know there's a software update tonight. I'm too busy.
Come on over. Now go make someone feel special today.